All right, then Perfect Blue, a psychological thriller that I've seen on a lot of top 10 lists and a lot of lists saying this is really, really great. I would say it's fine. It's fine. If you haven't seen it, I'll kind of tell you a little bit what it's about without spoilers, and then we'll jump into spoilers later. So, what is this about? It is about our girl Mima. She is part of a J-pop group, a little trio, and they're not super big. They haven't even charted in the top 100. So she's known, but they're not like, top tier, top level kind of pop group. And she decides that she wants to give acting a go. So she leaves the group, she jumps into acting. Her One of her agents tried to talk her out of it, but she's like, "No, I want to give it a try." So they give her a small role in this I forget, is it a TV show or a movie? Just one line. But her agents kind of talk to the people in charge like, "Hey, can you give her a little more, a little more?" So they give her a little more, and it's an assault scene by a bunch of men on her, and it's not the prettiest thing. And her agent, this female agent's like, "No, no, you don't have to do this. You really don't have to do this. We can say no." And she's like, "No, I'm a professional actress now, and this is what actresses do, so I will do it." So she's got that going for her. And then she starts doing some nude modeling. So anybody who's looking at this from the outside can kind of look at her trajectory and be like, "Well, I don't think this acting thing's working out. I mean, look what the kind of roles they give her, and the modeling stuff. Why is she's taking her clothes off now?" And at the same time, she's got a stalker. Somebody has set up a website called Mima's Room, and it's like a journal entry where they talk in her voice, first person. And the things they post on there, it's not random stuff. It is actually stuff that she has done throughout the day, like talking about what kind of milk she buys, the brand, what kind of fish food she bought today when she went to the store. And it has a picture on there from inside her room. So now she's got this thing going on with the stalker, her own self doubt about if she made the right decision. She keeps telling herself, "Yeah, I made the right decision." She goes on talk shows to say, "This is what I'm doing now." But what the stalker is putting on the website is like, "I really don't agree with what the director did here," and kind of putting doubts into her mind about what decision she has made. So this really is about her trying to fight off all these voices, really her own, about whether she's making the right decisions, who she really is, what she wants to be, and it slowly just kind of drifts down further and further into a not so happy place. And that's where I'm going to leave it. Like I said, it's not anything really groundbreaking. I think it's just fine. I wouldn't recommend this to anybody. Say, "You have got to see this." I'd say, if someone said, "Hey, I have no idea what to watch tonight. What should I throw on?" I'd be like, you can watch a Perfect Blue. It's only 75 minutes. Why not?" So check it out if you want, if you're into that kind of thing. I thought it was all right. Enjoyed it. It was fine. Probably forget about it. So we're going to talk about spoilers. If you haven't seen it, please do like and subscribe to the channel, and come back for the spoiler section on this one. Spoilers! Spoilers. Oh, where to start with this? Obviously, from the very beginning, I thought it was just going to be this stalker guy, and everything was going to have to do with him. And I actually watched this twice. I watched this like a week and a half, maybe even 2 weeks ago, and hadn't filmed the review on it. Like, I need to go back and watch this. And I was watching again, obviously, to see how Rumi was going to act. And to be honest, she acts totally normal, right? Trying to protect her with like that scene in the strip club, telling her it's like, we didn't have her take all these singing lessons just so she can become an actress. Now, obviously, we know the truth. We know why she was fighting so hard to have her stay with the singing group and not do all these things to tarnish her image. But yeah, it still felt, I'm looking for clues, but it still feels pretty normal. And then all this stuff. So I'm going to try not to waffle around on this because there's still so much I feel like I don't understand or I don't have a complete picture. Who 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 do you think killed the guy in the elevator? That had to have been Mr. What was it? Nememanon or whatever his name was. That had to be him, right? With the stereo in the elevator. Was it really Mima who killed the photographer? Or was it Rumi? Because the clothes ended up in her closet Could it have been Rumi who snuck them in there at some point? I'm just assuming she could have done it sometime when she visited her or even has a key to her place. I don't know. Or was it really Mima? That one, I don't know. It got me a few times, like when she ran out into the street and the truck hit her and the stalker was driving the truck. I was like, oh, okay. And then, just a dream, just a dream. The stuff on the set, when she would suddenly wake up, it seemed like some of those weren't dreams because Rumi was in there that one time. He's like, what are you talking about? I was just here yesterday. And so we start really getting screwed up thinking about, okay, what's real? What can we trust? Same with her. And that just drives her more and more crazy. Plus the hallucinations, the reflection telling her stuff. And then the movie or whatever TV show, the script starts going, it starts running parallel to exactly what's going on. And at one point, there's that one point where she's sitting there next to the glass and who is it? The doctor comes through and says, what we've got here, she's got like split personality. She thinks she's this. And I'm thinking, has this whole thing been made up? Like everything we thought we saw was really through her mind, and she thought she was really a movie star, but really she's just been a patient in the hospital and she's really killed these people. I didn't know what to think. But obviously it just all got to her. And some good stuff finally when Rumi comes out in that red dress and they're fighting in the apartment. And Mima is choking Rumi while she's on top of her. You see her start to, and I love how the face morphed into Rumi's face. Same when they were down on the street running, and the vision is kind of doing this like floaty skip thing down the street. And when she goes by all those glass windows, we see Rumi's reflection, just that. I was like, that's really cool. That was really awesome. When she rips off the wig and she falls onto that shard of glass, was that supposed to be slow motion or was that real speed? Because that looked ridiculous. So she's just like, no, and she just goes, I was like, really? What was that? Come on, that was lame. I was so hoping she would get smashed by that truck when it came up and it looked like, the stage lights and people clapping. I'm like, here we go, pop. But no, Mima had to save her. Because it seems at the end that Mima has a secret. When we go to the mental institution, she goes back out into her car and she looks into the mirror and says, no, I'm the real thing. And you're like, what? Wait a minute. What has been going on here? I thought it was just Rumi who was insane, had this weird fascination living vicariously through Mima, hired that crazy dude to do that website, do everything he did. But is there something more? Is there really something broken inside Mima, or is there some kind of, I don't know what? Because when she puts her glasses down, she's like, no, I'm the real one, or I'm the real thing. Like that possession, that personality is jumped from Rumi back into Mima, or I don't know. Because Rumi is still messed up. So that doesn't make sense. I don't know. It was a fun little ride. Let me know down below what you thought about it. If you have any other theories or ideas of what's going on at the end, or at any point during the whole thing, because when you think you got something figured out, something else just like boop, and you're like, well, there goes that idea. So yeah, let me know. Like and subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. Put down recommendations. What else should I be watching in this anime world? And I will see you next time.